Alel Hawa, Alel Hawa. Thank you for surfing the wave with me, because I've been surfing the wave with you. Paxcopia to you and yours. We made it to another checkpoint. Despite all the drama, despite all the static, despite all the hijack, you're surfing the wave with me because I'm surfing the wave with you. Take your breath of security. It's just me, you, and Hawa. There's no time. There's only the wave. Wow. 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 Feel better? Take in a moment. Empty your cup and let it all go. Continuing with the confunction flow, taking a step back in order to take 2 steps forward. Since we made it to another checkpoint, this should be a good time to discuss what's the function of romance, our ancient love song. But first, since this is the Shabbat, Most High over everything, and HOE, let's pop off the script so that we can frame it before we shape it. Today we're going to pop off with Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, of thy God. I will also forget thy children. Now, let's get it like it's the first time. So, this is in the book of Hosea, which is also Joshua. And getting the gematria here, you know, you got your 4 plus 6, which is 10. So you just dug on the 10, right? So, however, whether you want to take this from the perspective of the priest king, you want to take this from the perspective of Hawa, the conclusion is the same. So the my, right, is Hosea. Okay. The people, okay, that's you and me, the 10 lost tribes, right? My people are destroyed. People are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Pause. Okay? You see, we're talking about everything in the no thing, right? The no thing. And knowledge is the no thing that has a ledge to it. That's why you need to understand, overstand, and understand. But in order to do that, the knowledge needs a ledge. Now, he's going to elaborate here. Because thou hast rejected, right? Rejected knowledge. Now, let's be clear. Knowledge isn't data. Knowledge isn't knowledge isn't data. Knowledge isn't information. You see, data and information, that's under the jurisdiction of Ham and Japhet. But knowledge is under the jurisdiction of Shem. And if you take a look around and you pay attention, it's not that we don't have data, because we have the data. And we definitely also got the information. But we're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Now, because thou hast rejected knowledge, right? I will reject thee. Okay? That thou shalt be no priest to me. Now, this me is the my, is Hosea, is your priest king. Now, we know what the definition of a priest is, right? We dug on that. But notice it's a priest to Hawa. It's a priest to Hosea. It's a priest to your priest king. So, with that being said, dig on that for a second. You know, we're searching for Pastor John. We're searching for David. We're searching for our priest king. But the priest king used us as a priest to himself. Seeing that thou, and that's again, the thou is the people, right? Think that thou hast forgotten the law, right, of thy power, of thy function, of thy framer, of thy shaper, of thy function. I will also forget thy children. Now why? Because when the priest king, when David is given to you, and he's given to us, if we're not in order, when he presents himself to the children won't know him. The children won't know him. So, speaking of subjects and objects, knowledge equates to what? Children. Right? Right. Now, what we're going to talk about today, when it comes down to the function, we're going to talk about the function of romance. And believe it or not, this is how we're going to pop off. This is Moshe. This is Aaron. And we're talking about the blue, purple, red, white linen, gold thread. And when it comes down to romance, the function of a romance is a testament. And how this is written, where you have your, what can I say, how does it go? The lettering, the logos matters. That's why this is written this way, and then it says in capital, right? And the new. And the new. And we're going to dig on it. Oh, wow. All right. So, let's pop off here. What's a romance? Right? So now, Romans, right? Romance. A fabulous relation or story of adventures and incidents designed for the entertainment of readers. A tale of extraordinary adventures, fictitious and often extravagant. Usually a tale of love or war. Subjects interesting the sensibilities of the heart, all right, that heart bone, or the passions of wonder and curiosity. Romance differs from the novel as it treats of great action and extraordinary adventures. That is, according to the Welsh signification, okay, it vaults or soars beyond the limits of fact and real life, and often probability. The first romances were a monstrous assemblage, right? A monstrous assemblage of histories in which truth and fiction were blended without probability. A composition of amorous adventures and extravagant ideas of chivalry. A fiction. Roman, to forge, to tell fictitious stories, to deal in extravagant stories. Let's get about etymology. A romance, 13th century. A story written or recited of the adventures of a knight, a hero, etc. Often one designed principally for entertainment. From Old French romans, verse narrative, modern French Roman. Originally an adverb. It is, in the vernacular language, from Vulgar Latin, Romanis, scribere, to write in a Romance language. One developed from Latin instead of Frankish, from Latin Romanicus, of or in the Roman style. From Romanus, Roman, see Roman. Since evolution is because medieval vernacular tales usually told chivalric adventures full of marvelous incidents and heroic deeds, in reference to literary works, often in Middle English, meaning one written in French, but also applied to native compositions. Also applied to native compositions. Literally, since extended by 1660s, right? To what? A love story. Meaning adventurous quality. First attested to 1801. That of a love affair is from 1916. Novel romance attested from 1964. As a verb from late 14th century, recite a narrative from Old French, romancier, narrate in French, translate into French. The romans, romance, now, later invent fictitious stories by 1670. Then, be romantically enthusiastic was 1849, the year after the gold rush. Meaning court as a lover is 1938, probably from romance, the noun related. As an adjective, same time, slightly before, mid 14th century, French. In the vernacular language of France, contrast Latin from Old French, Romans, French, vernacular, from late Latin, Romanis, okay, from late Latin Romanicus, right? Roman extended 1610 to other modern tongues derived from Latin, Spanish, Italian, etc., thus pertaining to the languages which arose, burst into consciousness out of the Latin of the provinces of Rome. All right, of the provinces of Rome. All right. Roman. Latin Romanus. It's a descriptor describing something. From Roma. All right. Roma. The principal city of the Romans in Italy. Rome is the Oriental name Rama. Okay. Elevated, that is, a hill. For fortresses and towns were often placed on hills for security. Hebrew, to be high, to raise. Pertaining to Rome, or to the Roman people. Are we talking Roman or Romani? Because they both would be considered Roman by description, right? Check this out. Romish, Popish, professing the religion of the Pope. Roman Catholic, as an adjective denoting the religious professed by the people of Rome and of Italy, at the head of which is the Pope or Bishop of Rome. As a noun, one who adheres to papal religion. Okay. Roman noun, right? A native of Rome. Native. So we're talking Romani, right? Right. And it's not Roman Catholic, because that would make Catholic the surname. It's Cafe Romani. Cafe Romani. That's the native of Rome. A citizen of Rome. One enjoying the privileges of a Roman citizen. One of the Christian church at Rome, to which Paul, right, addressed the epistle. He addressed an epistle consisting of converts from Judaism or paganism. Dum Diversus, 1452. By the etymology, Roman, Old English from late Latin, Romanus, of Rome, Roman, from Roman, Roma, Rome, see Rome. Adjective is from 1300s, right? From Old French, Romaine. From Old English, adjective was Romanesque, right? Which yielded Middle English Romanici. We're only talking about the she, right? We're talking about the Olmec. As a type of numeral, usually contrasted to Arabic, is attested from 1728. As a type of lettering based on upright style, typical of Roman inscription, contrasted to Gothic or black letter and italic. It's recorded from 1510s. See what they're talking about? Roman nose is from the 1620s. Roman candle, type of firework, right, is recorded from 1834. Roman Catholic, right, Roman Catholic, right, suggested from 1600s, right? When did the Roman Catholics pop up on the scene? 1600s. Okay. Conciliatory formation from the time of the Spanish match, replacing Romish, which by that time had the taint of insult in Protestant England. Roman, a novel. 1765, a novel. From French, Roman, from Old French, romance, see romance. Noun, Roman, a clef, a novel in which characters represent real persons. Literally, novel with a key. You use a key for a map. You use a key to open a door, unlock a door, right? Or a safe. So the key, right? The key must be very important. French, first attested in English, 1893. And for those who can't get enough of it, Roman Policier, a story of police detection, 1928. Okay? What's a novel? New, of recent origin, or introduction, right? Not ancient, hence usual, unusual. As a novel heresy, a novel opinions. The proceedings of the court were novel. In the civil law, the novel constitutions are those which are supplemental to the code. Blue, purple, red, white linen, gold thread, and posterior in time to the other books. Okay? The other books, right? These contain new decrees of successive emperors. In the common law, the assize of novel, decision is an action in which the demandant recites a complaint of his decision in terms of direct averment, upon where the sheriff is commanded, right? The sheriff is commanded to do what? Receive the land and the chattels thereon. Chattels are people. And to keep the same in custody to the arrival of the justice, right? Assize. Novel, a noun, a new or supplemental constitution or decree. A fictitious tale or narrative in prose. A new supplemental constitution or decree, fictitious tale. Constitution, fictitious. Decree, tale. This is a fake dragon. Fake star with a tail. Right? Intended to exhibit the operation of the passions, and particularly of love. We're only talking the ancient love song. Right? Right. Novel. New, strange, unusual, previously unknown. Previously unknown. Mid-15th century. But little used before 1600s from Old French. Right? Novel. Novel. New, young, fresh. Recent. Additional. Early. Soon. Fictitious prose narrative, 1560s, right? Isn't 1560s mid 15th century? Short story, originally new story or what? News. Fictitious prose narrative or news. From late Latin, novella, new things. Source French, novella, French, right? Neuter plural, feminine. You have, again, Noel, young, new, recent, diminutive, novus, right? New, see, new. Originally one of the tales, right, or short stories in a collection. Later, 1630s, long prose fiction narrative, a tale, a type of work which had before that been called a romance, right? A novel is like a violin bow. The box which gives off the sound is the soul of the reader. Okay? The word was used earlier in English and now obsolete sense of novelty, something new. In plural, news, tidings, mid-15th century. Okay? Lately made, invented, produced, or cum, into being, bursting into consciousness, right? Invented. That has existed a short time only. Recent in origin. Novel. Opposed to what? Old. And used of things. As new coat, new house, new book, a new fashion, new theory, new chemistry, new discovery. Lately introduced to our knowledge, not before known. Not before known. Recently discovered as a new metal, a new species, right, of animal or plants found in foreign countries. The new continent. Modern, not ancient. Recently produced by change as a new life, right? Put on your new man is what the new book tells you, correct? Not habituated, habitated, right? Not familiar, unaccustomed. Heretics and such as instill their poison into new minds, poison into new minds, new to the plow, unpracticed in the trace, renovated, repaired, right? So as to recover the first state, right? Trying to recover that holy land. Man, after long emaciating diets, wax plump, fat, and almost new. Fresh. After any event, new from her sickness to that northern air. Not of ancient extraction, or a family of ancient distinction. Not. Got it. Be superior. Capacity and extensive knowledge. A new man often mounts to favor. Not before used. Strange. Unknown. Right? They shall speak with new tongues. Recently commenced as the new year, having passed the change or conjunction with the sun as the new moon, not cleared and cultivated, or lately cleared as new land, that has lately appeared for the first time, a new star. Not a pro star or a pre-star, right? Or a prester, but a new star. New is much used in composition to quality of other words, and always bears its true sense of late, recent, novel, fresh, as in new born, new made, new grown, new form, new found. In this use, new may be considered an adverbial, right? There's that BL, or as part of the compound. Okay? New. Middle English, new. From Old English, new, right? Made or established for the first time. Made or established for the first time. Fresh. Recently made. Or grown. Novel. Unheard of. Different from old. Untried. Inexperienced. Unused. Right? New. Source of the pie. Nuo, new, right? Sanskrit, Nava, like Navajo, right? Now, Nawash. Greek, Neos, right? New. From mid-14th century as novel, modern. Gower, 1393. Has Vote the New Foot, Dance the latest style. In the name of cities, of countries named for some other place. 15th century, meaning not habitated, right? Habituated, not habituated, Shalaki. Unfamiliar, unaccustomed. 1590s. Of the moon, from late Old English. The adverb newly, for the first time, right? In Old English, new. The adjective as a noun. That which is new. Also in Old English. Now there was a verb form in Old English, newian, neoian, for Middle English, newen, right? Invent, create, bring forth, produce, bear fruit, begin or resume an activity, reply, substitute, but it seems to have fallen from use. Substitute that seems to have fallen from use. New Testament is from 14th century. New math is in reference to a system of teaching mathematics based on investigation and discovery, and is from 1958. New world, an adjective designated phenomenon of the Western Hemisphere, first attested to 1823. In Lord Byron, the noun phrase is recorded from 1550s. New Deal, in the FDR sense, is attested by 1932. New school is a reference to the more advanced or liberal, right, faction of something is from 1806. New Left, 1960s, was a coinage of U.S. political sociologists. C. Wright Mills, right, 1916 and 1962. New Light, in reference to religions is from 1640s. New Frontier is U.S. politics, reform, and social betterment is from 1934, Henry Wallace, but associated with John F. Kennedy, use of it in 1960s. Okay. So, if that's new, let's do this here. We're going to talk new. I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to end on this here. Right. I'm going to end on this here. And then we'll bring it back for part 2. And then what we'll do is dig on what's old. Okay? Testament. It's a noun, right? From testor, to make a will. A solemn, authentic instrument in writing by which a person declares a will as to the disposal of his estate and effects after his death. This is otherwise called a will. A testament, to be valid, must be made with the testator is a sound mind, and it must be subscribed, witnessed, and published in such manner as the law prescribes. A man, in certain cases, may make a valid will by words only, and such a will is called a nuncupative, right? There's that nun. The name of each general division of the canonical books of the sacred scriptures, as the Old Testament, the New Testament. The name is equivalent to covenant, right? And in our use of it, we apply to the books which contain the Old and New dispensations, that of Moses and that of Hijack 101. Right? Right. For the dismount. 13th century. Last will disposing of property. Last will, publication of will. From testari, make a will, be witness to. From testes, right, witness. From pi, tree, t, third person, right, standing by. From the root of tres, right, or 3. C3. In notion of third person, disinterested witness. Used in reference to the two divisions of the Bible. So we're talking two divisions of the Bible, but we're also talking three. From late Latin, Vetus Testamentum, right? And Novus Testamentum, loan translations of Greek. From late Latin, Testamentum, in this case, was a confusion of two meanings of Greek, right? Which meant both covenant, dispensation, and will and testament. It was used in the former sense in the account of the Last Supper, right? Or was it? But subsequently was interpreted as Christ's last will. Okay, but we're only talking three, right? All right. So we will bring it back for part 2. Let's find out what old means.